gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you've done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something. We've been here before. You trying to get there.
Matchup with Canelo. But beating his ass. How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. It's outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
During the news conference, Canelo's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, gave him a strong warning. On fight night, size and weight won't matter. Specifically, he said that Crawford has beaten stronger opponents in the past and always comes out on top. The confident and straight Bomac said, Canelo's in big trouble because Crawford's skills and attitude will make the difference when they step into the ring.
Matchup with Canelo. But beating his ass. How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. It's outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement though, Mac? Canelo's feigned head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we can get past that shit. No.
Bomac is sure of Terence Crawford's chances in the next fight when he talks about them. He says this isn't just another contest. This is a chance for Crawford to prove that he is, without a doubt, the best boxer in the world, pound for pound. Bomac says that Crawford has been going to the gym every day and hasn't given any reasons not to. He thinks that preparation is what makes a champion different from a normal boxer. Crawford is at the top of his game because he is self-control. The sentence shows faith and conviction that Crawford's skills and way of thinking will help him get through the problems that lie ahead. He says that the fight is more about making history in front of the world than winning in the ring.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him, and you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 13th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Getting these fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
When it was said that Canelo Alvarez and Jiren Boots Ennis had a fight during a spar, there was a lot of talk in the boxing world. Many Ennis fans think that his quick reactions, quick counters, and skillful defensive moves make him look a lot like Terence Crawford. It's not clear how much harder will be for Canelo to fight Crawford in real life if he had a hard time beating a fighter with a similar style in a controlled sparring session. A title fight is not the same as practice. However, trends often mean something, and this rumor made a lot of people think that Canelo would have more problems than they thought. It gives Crawford fans more faith that their boxer can show Canelo where he's weak in a real fight.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay. Now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top-ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
When Bomac heard about these fighting stories, he quickly threw out the Ennis-Crawford comparisons. He said it straight out, Boots is GOAT, but Crawford is way better. He says that no training partner, no matter how good they are, can match what Crawford brings to the table. He says Crawford is unique in the way that he blends knowledge, flexibility, and mental sharpness. Because of this, Bomac says that people who see parallels are missing the point. Crawford will show off his unique skills in the fight, which include more than just speed and movement. They also include being smart when under pressure. The fact that Bomac turned down the story shows how much he believed in Crawford's uniqueness and ability to go beyond any style comparisons other people might make.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit at all.
Observer A. Oladipo had doubts about Crawford's decision to gain a lot of weight before the fight. He said that in boxing, it's more important to find a mix between skill and strength than height. If a boxer adds too much weight too quickly, he may slow down or change the way he normally moves. Oladipo is worried that Crawford, who is usually quick and flexible, might lose his best qualities if he tries to change his body to match Canelo's size. Many people praise Crawford for being willing to put on weight, but Oladipo tells him not to change what makes him special. This point of view shows how hard it is to get to such a fight and how even being well prepared can cause problems if not used wisely.
It was too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that made, I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him?
Dude,
He's
now
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin.
Golovkin.
Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. He lost. But
yeah.
Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
A more unbiased view of the situation was given by teacher Bredman Edwards. Specifically, he said that Crawford knows that Jiren Ennis and Canelo fought and that Ennis is actually very strong. On the other hand, Crawford uses the information to help him prepare and doesn't let it change how he sees things. Edwards stressed that Crawford's confidence is not affected by things outside of himself, like training partners. Crawford thinks that what matters is the fight itself and the ability to change in real time. After being a part of Canelo's camp, Ennis may have even inspired Crawford's team, since they now have to think about that training method. For the most part, Edwards told Crawford that he does well in these conditions and that his mental toughness stops him from being affected by the people in camp who hang out with his opponent.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay, let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bomac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bomac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
A lot of fans and experts say that Crawford won't be able to handle Canelo's bigger size. Canelo's fans say that he is strong in heavyweight classes and wonder if Crawford, who started his career as a lightweight, can handle being hit hard by a naturally bigger opponent. The debate is about skill versus strength. Few people believe Crawford has a chance because of the difference in size, which can't be overcome by skill alone. They say that Canelo's powerful shots might finally be too much for Crawford once the laws of physics catch up. Many boxer fans agree with this point of view. They believe that Crawford should not face such a strong opponent, no matter how skilled Crawford is.
Canelo versus Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terrence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this: he took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terrence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terrence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Canelo's long history with the top adds another layer of complexity to the conversation. Analysts say Canelo has been in almost every style you can think of. His record is full of title rounds that took place in the best conditions, showing off his skills as a defensive expert, smooth boxer, and brawler. Besides being big and strong, he has a calmness that few others can match because he has been in so many big fights. A fighter's ability to deal with tough situations is often shaped by their experience, and Canelo has been strong throughout his career. Supporters of Alvarez say that he is a unique task for everyone, even Crawford, because he is naturally strong and knows a lot. People think that the Mexican superstar's experience in the spotlight of a victory can tip the scales in his favor, even though skill is still very important.
There's things about being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So, there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some boxing experts aren't sure how they feel about the fight in general. They admire Crawford's bravery in trying to be the best, but they also wonder if this opponent is the best way to bring attention to his reputation. The problem is not Crawford's skills, but the chance that an unfair physical disadvantage will make his skills useless. They say Crawford could have tried other ways to prove himself as one of the greats instead of taking on a much bigger opponent. Still, everyone agrees that this fight has brought Crawford money and attention that he had never had before.
Okay. Man, another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol. He's got Benavidez. He's got all these other legitimate 168, 175-pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as talented as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not, because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. It's very important. I hope he doesn't ride to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound-for-pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez? Something like that. Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight with the up-and-coming 168, 165 to 175-pound guy.
Bomac made the fight seem more like a battle of ideas than a simple one between size and strength. In his study, he stresses how important what he calls the finer details of boxing are. Size may be balanced by speed, and power may be balanced by time. Bomac says that Crawford is like a moving puzzle that his opponents can't figure out because he can change his mind at any time. Skills pay the bills, Crawford's famous catchphrase, describes his life and is more than just a statement. It supports the idea that Crawford has a great chance to win, even though Canelo is stronger and has more experience. This is because he knows how to play the game perfectly.
We know where we need to be, like how we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and the nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays bills. You gotta have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, you gotta have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you. He'll get the job done. Because Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first war of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, He got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, I always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to get that win, right?
The video for today is now over. Watch out.